What's up, guys? I hope all of you are surviving this heat wave that we're having. Today we're just going to keep it simple and make an easy sweet tea and a Long Island iced tea. The two have nothing to do with each other, but we're going to put them in the same video today. Let's get started. On the stove, I'm going to bring 3 cups of water up to a boil. Then I'm going to turn it off. And then I took 6 tea bags, because I didn't have the larger tea bag on the right, which is made for making pitchers of iced tea, but that's my passion fruit iced tea, which is really good. But I didn't have the larger bags of the black tea, so I took 6 smaller bags and put them in the hot water just to steep. Now remember, the heat is off at this point. Just let the bag steep for about 5 to 8 minutes. You don't want to let it steep too long because tea can get bitter, especially depending on the brand that you're using. I'm using a rather inexpensive brand, so I just let it steep for 5 to 8 minutes. Now today's sweet tea recipe has agave nectar. Why? Because as you can see, I have plenty of it. This is what happens when you go shopping and you don't really know what you have already and you just keep buying. This is what happens. But in the meantime, you can also use regular sugar. You can use honey. You can use raw sugar. Doesn't matter. Here I'm showing you how to make simple syrup. Simple syrup is basically equal parts sugar and water. Me personally, sometimes I like to do 2 parts sugar to 1 part water, depending on what I'm doing. All you have to do is combine the 2 ingredients in a nice little saucepan and put it over about medium heat, and you just stir it just until the sugar dissolves, and then you turn it off. Making a simple syrup and adding it to cold drinks is a lot easier than waiting for granulated sugar to dissolve while you're trying to shake up a cold drink. This is just a much easier way that you can use, from making the kids' Kool-Aid to your cocktails. All right, so that's it. Wait till it's nice and cool, and then you can use it. So that's just a how-to right in the middle of this video. What I'm gonna do now is take the steeped iced tea out of the pot, and I'm gonna put it in a pitcher. That's my trusty Tupperware, real Tupperware, okay? Not the other stuff. And I'm gonna add about a cup of agave. Agave is sweet, and so for this whole thing, that's all pretty much I used. And to me, that was a little too much. I ended up making some more tea to take down that sweetness, but that's just me. A lot of people like sweet, super sweet iced tea, and now I'm adding in 3 cups of cold water. If you don't like it too sweet, this recipe puts you in full control. You don't have to add as much. And then all you have to do is slice some lemons. I got some lemons off my tree. These are the last of them. I'm waiting for some other ones to grow. And just throw it into the pitcher. Moving on to the Long Island iced tea, let me open this by saying do not drink and drive, and always drink responsibly. Now, we have 1 ounce of each: an ounce of triple sec, 1 ounce of rum, 1 ounce of gin, 1 ounce of tequila, and an ounce of vodka. I was trying to film yesterday. It was hot. My air conditioner went out. I was nervous. Somebody almost got hurt trying to make this video. It was awful. I'm going to top that off with a little bit of lemon juice, and then I'm going to give it a nice, good shake. And we're going to top that off later with some Coca-Cola. In the meantime, I'm going to show you guys these ice cubes because I know somebody's going to ask once you see me use them with the iced tea. This is just a silicone ice tray that I found on Amazon. I think Walmart may carry them. You can find them looking around, but they make these really huge ice cubes. And they also come in spheres too, if you want to give those a try. But they don't melt as fast, and they keep your drinks colder longer. After the iced tea, I just poured in my 5 ounce happy mixture from my base of my Long Island iced tea, and then I'm just going to top it off with about 3 ounces of Coke and give it a nice stir. Garnish with fresh lemon, put your straw in, and serve. It was about 103 in LA yesterday, and my air conditioner was out for about an hour and a half. When I tell you my nerves were on edge, my teeth were on edge, and my edges were on edge, this was about all I could give y'all. But I love y'all to death. Thank y'all so much for joining me. You know I appreciate it when you come cook with me and hang out. Don't forget, this recipe and others can be found at gdseasoning.com. And I'll see you guys next time.